In the heart of Ethiopia lay the village of Lulika. The village was a tight-knit community where everyone knew each other, and news traveled faster than the swiftest river. In this village lived Abebe, a respected farmer known for his hard-working nature, and his beautiful wife, Tizita. Abebe and Tizita had been married for 10 years. They were the picture of happiness, often seen working together in the fields, sharing meals, and attending village festivals. Their modest home was always filled with laughter and the aroma of Tizita's delicious cooking. Yet, beneath this serene surface, a storm was brewing. Life in the village demanded much labor, and with their farm expanding, Abebe and Tizita decided to hire help. Sunate, a young woman from a neighboring village, came highly recommended. She was diligent, respectful, and quickly adapted to the household's rhythms. Senate's presence brought a new dynamic to the household. She was kind-hearted and cheerful, often singing as she worked. Abebe began to notice her more and more. At first, it was harmless appreciation. She was young and lively, a stark contrast to the increasingly weary Tizita. As weeks turned into months, Abebe found himself drawn to Senate's youthful energy and beauty. He started to make excuses to be around her, offering to help with chores that didn't need his assistance or finding reasons to talk to her. Tizita, busy with her responsibilities, didn't notice the subtle changes in Abebe's behavior. She trusted her husband implicitly and saw Sanate as a valuable addition to their household. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and cast a golden hue over the village, Abebe found himself alone with Sanate. They were in the barn, finishing up the day's work. Abebe couldn't help but compliment Sanate on her dedication. "Sanate, you are a blessing to us. Your hard work is truly appreciated," he said, his eyes lingering on her more than necessary. Sanate blushed, smiling shyly. "Thank you, Abebe. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work here." As time went on, Abebe's feelings grew stronger. One fateful night, unable to resist his desires, he made a choice that would change their lives forever. Tizita was away visiting her sick mother in a neighboring village, leaving Abebe and Sanate alone. After a long day of work, Abebe and Sanate sat together under the starlit sky. The air was thick with unspoken tension. Abebe, emboldened by the solitude, reached out and took Sanate's hand. "Sanate," he whispered, his voice trembling, "I can't deny my feelings any longer. I am drawn to you in ways I cannot explain." Sanate looked at him, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and confusion. "Abebe, this is wrong. You are married to Tizita. She trusts you." Abebe's grip tightened. "I know, but I can't help how I feel. Please, Sanate, just this once." Against her better judgment, Sanate found herself swept up in the moment. They kissed under the stars, crossing a line that should never have been crossed. Guilt gnawed at Abebe and Sanate in the days that followed. They tried to go about their duties as if nothing had happened, but the weight of their secret loomed large. Tizita returned, oblivious to the betrayal that had occurred in her absence. The village, ever observant, began to notice subtle changes. Abebe seemed distant, often lost in thought. Sanate's usual cheerfulness was replaced with a quiet sadness. Rumors began to circulate, fueled by the sharp eyes and keen ears of the villagers. One afternoon, Tizita's best friend, Marone, visited. Marone was known for her perceptiveness and her unwavering loyalty to Tizita. She sensed that something was amiss. "Please leave a like and subscribe." "Tizita, is everything alright with you and Abebe? He seems different lately," Marone remarked, concern etched on her face. Tizita sighed. "I have noticed, but he says it's just the stress of the farm." "I'm worried, Marone." Marone took Tizita's hands in hers. "Keep your eyes open, Tizita. Sometimes the heart sees what the eyes cannot. One evening, after a particularly tense dinner, Tizita decided to confront Abebe. She could no longer ignore the nagging feeling that something was terribly wrong. "Abebe, we need to talk," she said, her voice steady but firm. Abebe looked up, his heart pounding. He had feared this moment. "What is it, Tizita?" Tizita took a deep breath. "You've been distant, and I can't shake the feeling that you're hiding something from me. Please, Abebe, be honest with me." Abebe's resolve crumbled. The guilt and shame he had been carrying finally became too much to bear. "Tizita, I made a terrible mistake." Tizita's heart sank. "What do you mean?" Abebe's voice was barely a whisper. "I was unfaithful to you. With Sinead." Tizita's world shattered in an instant. Tears streamed down her face as she struggled to comprehend the betrayal. "How could you, Abebe? After everything we've been through." Abebe reached out to her, but she recoiled. "Tizita, I'm so sorry. It was a moment of weakness. I never meant to hurt you." Tizita stood up, her face a mask of pain and anger. "You need to leave, Abebe. I can't look at you right now." News of Abebe's infidelity spread through Lulika like wildfire. The villagers were shocked and disappointed. Abebe had always been seen as a man of integrity, and his betrayal was a blow to the entire community. Sinead, too, faced the brunt of the villagers' judgment. She decided to leave, unable to bear the shame and whispers that followed her every move. She returned to her home village, leaving behind a trail of broken trust and regret. Abebe, now living with his brother, tried to find a way to make amends. He sought counsel from the village elders, who urged him to reflect on his actions and find a path to redemption. Months passed, and Abebe worked tirelessly to rebuild his life and earn back the trust he had shattered. He attended every community meeting, helped with village projects, and sought forgiveness from those he had wronged. Tizita, meanwhile, struggled to heal. Her heart was heavy with sorrow, but she leaned on her friends and family for support. Maroon, ever the loyal friend, stood by her side, offering comfort and wisdom. One day, Abebe approached Tizita with a humble heart. "Tizita, I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I am truly sorry. I am working to become a better man, one who is worthy of your trust." Tizita looked at him, her eyes filled with a mixture of sadness and hope. "Abebe, forgiveness is not easy, and trust is hard to rebuild. But I see that you are trying. It will take time, but maybe one day we can find a way to move forward." In the months that followed, Abebe and Tizita took small steps toward reconciliation. They attended counseling sessions with the village elder, who helped them navigate their pain and rebuild their relationship. It was a slow and difficult process, but they were committed to healing together. The village, too, began to soften toward Abebe. They saw the genuine remorse in his actions and the effort he was putting into making amends. Slowly, he regained their respect and trust. Sinead, having found peace in her own village, sent a letter to Tizita, apologizing for her part in the betrayal and expressing her hope that they both could find healing. Abebe and Tizita's journey was far from over, but they had learned valuable lessons about love, trust, and forgiveness. Their bond, though tested, grew stronger with each passing day. The village of Lulika, once again united, watched as Abebe and Tizita navigated their new beginning with hope and determination. Their story became a reminder to all that even in the face of profound betrayal, redemption and forgiveness were possible. As the sun set over the rolling hills of Lulika, Abebe and Tizita stood together, hand in hand, ready to face whatever the future held, knowing that their love, though scarred, was still capable of healing and growth. Please leave a like and subscribe.